I can't really say enough about the LBAPN, which is the Long Beach Area Peace Network. If you've not heard about us, our meetings are always the third Thursday of the month. They are truly the wind beneath the wings of many of our local actions, including ours. I'm Pat Alviso with Military Families Speak Out. We're an organization made up of those of us who have loved ones in the military since 9/11. We support the troops, but we want them home now, and we work to take care of them every day.
Yay, Pat! You go! Yay,
And
Pat!
everything.
Yay!
My own church video. Thank you, I need that actually. First I want to thank Richard and Arlen and all the organizers of this great way that we can all celebrate Peace Week. This is Peace Week, International Day of Peace. This is the actual day is the 21st of this month. And there are many other activities being planned. You can get that information from our booths over here. I'm a mom of an active duty Marine. My son has been deployed to Iraq and Afghanistan 6 times so far. He's currently stationed on a ship in the Persian Gulf, and like so many of our troops, he has suffered the invisible wounds of war. October 7th marks the 17th year since we've invaded and occupied Afghanistan in what many people call endless war. And by the way, I wish we would lose that phrase, because I, for one, don't feel I can tackle endless war. And do you? No. So we need to find something that's not so self-defeating. That phrase feels that way to me, and I hope we can think of something to encourage people to stop these wars, because as I'll tell you later, there is hope. We do have a great opportunity to stop these wars, and I'm going to tell you what I think real quickly. First, I think I want to address the question that a good friend of mine has asked me several times, and many people do, which is, why are we still there? The big question is, why do our troops keep going, that I want to address very quickly. Especially since we know they have suffered such unspeakable moral injuries, such as watching their friends die, being shot at, shooting innocent civilians they don't even know, picking up dead body parts, picking up weapons from dead bodies. These are unspeakable things that no one should be asked to do, and people like my son have had to do them and have done them. Very quickly, I can say it's because that's what they signed up to do, right? They are there to obey orders. They don't decide whether or not these wars continue. We know the politicians do. And in my short time working with military families up very close and other people, it's been a great honor for me to meet conscientious objectors. That's what we want. That's what I want my son to be, and I know many of us do. Right? We want them not to continue to participate in these wars. But I want to say again, it's because that's what they signed up to do. It's the politicians who decide these wars. And since I have met these great conscientious objectors, and others have, people say very easily, well, why don't they just go home? Then the wars will end, right? And that's true, yes, they will. But think about it for a minute and know that we'll be buying into the same mindset that the politicians and the presidents have been thinking, which is that we need to blame people for these wars when the true instigators of these wars are the politicians, the president and Congress. No one wants to take, thank you, no one wants to take the blame for these wars. Congress blames the president, each one passing the ticket on, or the blame on, or responsibility to the generals. And what a waste of time that is for all of us to think about our troops being responsible. We all know from Civics 101 that the president declares war, Congress authorizes it, right? There will always be young and fresh people, recruits who don't know about the true cost of war, that signed up because of that sign that I just saw on the Long Beach buses that promises a $40,000 bonus, a $40,000 bonus, and a career. There will always be young people wanting to take that, but I don't want to make light of our work with young people, because I want to talk a second about that later, and the work you can do if you're interested in that. Makes more sense to me to blame the president, who can call for troop withdrawal anytime. Putting the blame on generals is an easy way to avoid the issue, but the last 16 commanders wanted more troops, so we can easily guess that, what can 11,000 troops at 100,000 couldn't do in Afghanistan. Clearly, there's no military solution in Afghanistan. So yeah, blame the president, but let's put the pressure on Congress because there's hope now. Just a few days ago, Rand Paul, who knew, got an AUMF, that's the authorization for the use of military force, on the Senate floor. This is a miracle because Barbara Lee has been trying to get this bill passed like forever, right? It failed 61 to 36, but it's a sign that even Congress is tiring of this war. This bill would have ended the old AUMF in 6 months, the authorization to continue these wars. Had that happened, Congress would have been required to put their name on a bill, and we all know they want to remain blameless, right? So that would have required them to put their name on the bill to continue these wars. So my suggestion is to stop the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. Let's continue and make a concerted effort to put the pressure on Congress. Let's get a bill, Barbara Lee's bill, back on the House floor and go for another vote. That gives me hope. And let's not kick this can down the road. So, for Peace Week, please call on your representative, get some friends together, get with the local peace group, any group, and knock on your representative's door. Don't let up on them. And if you do want to work to help inform our youth of what it really means to join the military today, please see one of us at the booth here, Chris down here, Richard, all of us. Raise your hand if you have worked with young people. Rachel, everybody, there's some folks out here that do work with young people in a thing called peace clubs. If you are interested in getting more information and helping out and making the commitment to help our young people avoid wars and avoid enlisting, please let one of us know. It's the most rewarding work that I've ever done, and that's kind of helped me keep going. So thank you. Have a great peace day, and let's recommit ourselves to doing something to end these wars, bring our troops home, and take care of them when they get here. Thank you.